Hi everybody, it's Dennis, the Active Trend Trader. Are you one of the traders who has a difficult time finding great growth stocks to trade every weekend? Well, we've got the answer. Welcome to How to Make Money Trading Stocks and Options. We're going to cover three things. Our panel of expert traders has picked out 3 top shelf growth stocks that are setting up and ready potentially to trade next week. Number 2, an analysis of the indexes showing which ones are strongest, which ones are weakest, and what the potential is for a move next week. And then we'll also cover another trading problem or issue that you may be having, and we'll provide an answer to that will help you, 1, maximize your profits and minimize your losses. So let's get into today's session right now. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Dennis Wilborn. Welcome to this session of How to Make Money Trading Stocks and Options. This is our weekly webinar where myself and 2 great stock pickers, Anil Parikh and Steve Ferreira, from one from Hawaii, one from Delaware, we get together and chat about what happened with the market, but also we want to give something back to you. We basically are going to identify 3 stocks that have a potential of doing a great job of reversing next week. Not a guarantee that they're going to reverse, but the thing that's very interesting is all the stocks that we've suggested for the year have done very well if you're patient. So, Steve and Anil, how are you guys doing today?
Okay.
Doing great. Thank you.
Thank you.
So if you want to maximize your profits and minimize your losses, 1, the Active Trend Trading is a proven, clear, and simple system. That does what? It focuses on helping you trade your way to 1, wealth and financial freedom. One of the things that's very interesting that I'm finding as I'm going out and talking to people about how to focus what I do to better meet your needs. That concept of wealth and financial freedom comes up fairly regularly. And the thing about it is most trading systems don't take those things into account. So you're going to see more of us doing that going into 2022 next year, but also building on that theme through the rest of 2021. Thank you, Barry. David, let me write
Dennis,
that.
may I make a comment on your comment you just made?
You can.
And I think further along the lines that you're telling us. I think how you manage your portfolio and manage not the trade so much, but how you manage your portfolio is way more important in your performance than your actual trading system. You know, I think with the trading system,
Well, we could have a long debate on that, Steve, and it sounds like something that we could go on for
sure.
multiple. No, we could because.
Yeah.
Yes,
I agree with you. And perhaps it's not the venue right now.
Yeah, I mean, I come back to the system is basically the guts of it. The other things, how you manage the portfolio, I agree wholeheartedly. If you're managing that poorly, you take away from the potential performance of the system.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my thoughts on it.
But my thoughts go a little further. The management is a lot more important than your system. As long as you got a trading edge and you make a little bit more money than you lose every time you win or lose, then the key issue is how you manage your portfolio, not your trading system. Which is it's not the notion we all have. We have the notion 180 degrees.
I think we're kind of saying the same thing. A lot of attention is paid to how you, on your system, how to get in. Everything is just focused on how do you get in, how blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Very little discussion is about once you're in, how do you manage?
Right.
How do you manage? Yeah. And I think that's what you're saying.
No, not quite. I'm saying it's not so much your system, it's the portfolio management.
And
how
so,
you size up, how you pyramid in, if you've got a successful system, the key is to pyramid, not to just stay flat in what you trade.
but see, the thing about it is, Steve, is I believe the system should incorporate what you're talking about.
Okay.
If it doesn't, it's a faulty system.
Okay, I can see that.
Huh?
I can see that, but we don't talk about it a whole lot.
Oh, no, we don't. Of course not. We don't talk about how to manage it. We don't talk about how to grow wealth. Anyway,
Right.
my yearly goal is 40% ROI and 65% win-loss ratio. Today, though, good discussion. That's almost something, Steve, we need to do something separately on, do a
Sure.
separate interview, get yourself, Anil, myself, and we could do either a BAM meeting or a separate interview time, because I think that would be a good topic to put on the YouTube channel. And so we're going to take a look at the market indexes, the stock picks for the weekend, basically what was the other thing? Our stock checkup if we have time. If you don't know precisely what signal is yours and how you will size and manage your position, which gets back exactly to what Steve was saying, stop trading. If you're not taking care of how you're going to manage it, and I think Mark Minervini talks about it also in a lot of the things that he does, is you never take a trade unless you have a plan. And your plan has to incorporate several things other than just, well, I'm going to buy it here, I'm going to sell it there.
Right.
So just remember that all the materials we do present are for training purposes. Traders should always paper trade any new method prior to the risk of your own personal capital. Past performance is not an indication or a promise of future performance. So here's where we're sitting. And if you'll see a little spike up in the P&L statement, Steve, that spike up is precisely due to how I have done some enhancements to the way I'm managing. And one of the major ways that I'm managing differences is I'm pyramiding in. I'm going to be coaching and teaching the premium active trend trader members about what I'm doing with that, because just doing it for a few weeks, I've noticed a huge difference. And so premium members, stand by. We're going to be covering that kind of stuff going through the rest of the year. So I'm really, and I want to thank the people who've helped along the line with that. Especially going to talk to Rocco, talking to Eric, and several others. Basically, kind of rearrange my thought process and my mindset, and I'll be darned, away we go. So how did that work? Well, it worked out pretty good. We were up about 10% last week. We got some option trades. We got also some stock trades that I pyramided into that jumped us up over 11% for the portfolio for the week. As you can see, we have overtaken now all of the other indexes that we have out there. So let's go ahead and take a look at what the heck is going on with the indexes. As we see, the spiders, the S&P, it's the little engine that could almost. It just keeps pushing higher. I took one of the things I did, guys, is I took let me grab this on here. I took from the low to the high here and extended it down to there. That gives me my upside projections. What I'm looking at is a potential. If it gets up to the 786 extension, that is well within the normal range. So somewhere between the 786 and the 100% extension, symmetric extension, would basically put us up to 460. If we go ahead on to the 1272, which is the stretch type of extension, we're looking at what prices on that is we're looking at about 468 on the S&P. We are breaking to new high ground. There is no other than the design resistance of the, that are revealed by the Fibonacci's, there's no overhead resistance right now on anything. So we're just continuing to push higher. What are some of the things that I am also just, keeping my eye on? Yeah, we've got some negative divergence here on the TSI, on the weekly, on the daily momentum. However, my weekly momentum, this is strong weekly momentum. It is just stuck up here in the upper reversal zone. And then look at that straight line that we've been getting for months on the market forecast. That is not saying that, that's telling us that we're not, it doesn't look like we're going to fall out of the sky anytime soon. And we're not getting any bearish reversal signals. And so all of that is very positive. Now, if you're trying to get into this S&P, where do you do that? Well, if you're patient, you can wait for a pullback into the uptrend line. However, that may take a while to get it. If you want to be impatient or use a more aggressive approach, is you can wait for a pullback into, halfway, partly either the 8-day moving average there or the 20-day moving average there. We've got, and so that's what I've got going on the S&P, the NASDAQ. Again, NASDAQ break into new highs. It's getting in gear. TSI is breaking up. Market forecast on the daily basis is also breaking up. We can do a couple of extensions on this to see where price actions may go before they turn around. Be quiet, cat. Sorry about that, guys. We have a Maine Coon cat, and he can be really squawky sometimes. Okay, a 100% extension on the Fibonacci's from this move from here to here would take us up to the, what is that level there? 379. The 1272 extension would be up at where? 385. Again, this particular index is looking strong, looking like it's going to continue to move up. We're actually breaking out of a nice little, I won't call it a high and tight pattern or a 4-week tight pattern like they would do for a stock on Investor Business Daily, but that is a very compact 4-week pattern there that we're finally breaking out of. And so look for moves higher. Again, where are you going to try to get into this at is, I can look at a couple of places, a pullback to 370, 371, a pullback to 372, or also a pullback down to the midsection of today's candlestick with a stop right below it. That's where you're looking at. That's where you're looking to get in. Go over here. Let's see here. Russell is finally. I'm happy with the Russell in that we got a little bit of profit going, taking off out of the Russell up to this point here. It did a very solid pullback where right into the top of the Fibonacci box, and then it ripped higher today. The challenge is yesterday's candle was a bearish reversal candle, but it's right into the support level. Today's reversal and move higher is really impressive. And so what do I have? I really like what's going on with the IWM. Where would I look at a potential pullback to? Because now we can get rid of this fib box. And let me get rid of that. Move drawing. And I can lay in a new fib box because I made we broke out to a new high. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do this the backwards way. I'm going to start up here at the high and go down to the low. And what that does for me is that extends that it provides an extension to the upside, because that's where I think I'm going. So the next level of Fibonacci resistance, $231, and then natural resistance at 233, extended resistance up to 161, 236. Really, thanks, David. So what would I be looking at? Any kind of I would like to see some kind of pullback into the midsection of day's candlestick, and that may be about the 223 level, and then look for a reversal signal on that. Longer term, that's why I'm really interested in the Russell. Is look at this. I mean, on a weekly time frame, we're getting a nice momentum reversal, which could propel us to either back up to these highs or even higher. So guys, that's what I'm at. I'm really liking the Russell. I wish the Russell was doing a little bit better job of giving us good entry candlesticks, but I want to be on alert to jump on something with the Russell when and where it pulls back into a logical level of support, even if it's intraday. There are some good areas where we can lay in some trades, and for our premium members, we'll be doing that. I'll be doing that over the weekend for you and getting that to you with the two autopilot trading pre-flight checklist. So, gentlemen, that's what I've got. Steve and Anil, what do you think?
I don't disagree. I was a little concerned yesterday, but I guess the down move was mostly news driven, and I like the action today, and I remain very bullish. Take all trades, all setups that occur.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm fully invested.
Okay, cool. Are you just fully like on margin fully invested, or
no margin?
Okay.
Just all with option trades, so there's no margin allowed. But
Roger that.
But I'm about 60% of my cash invested.
Okay. And Anil?
Pleased with today's action. I was not expecting that, but I'm welcoming that. And like Steve, my portfolio is about 65% invested.
Okay. And so, yeah, I'm hitting about the same numbers, guys. I've got some. I still have some buying potential in there, but yeah, I'm also trading, looking at doing both my leverage ETFs and my stocks, and again, I'm in data collecting mode right now because of some of the changes we're going to be making with active trend trading going into the new year.
I've got a quick question regarding this for both of you. For my case, I'm about 60% cash invested, and
Right.
for me, because I trade options, that's a fully invested perspective. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't deploy. I always leave cash available because I'm fully optioned out. Yeah.
Right.
I'm just curious for you guys, what percent of cash is deployed when you're fully invested? Is it 100%, 80%, 90%, 80%, 70%?
When I'm fully invested, I would say about 90-95%.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're about 3/4 invested right now.
Yeah.
Okay. And Steve, I would have to say the same thing. Now, one of the things I have not done this year, which is a mistake on my part, is that I kept going too cautiously, and I would go to a half position and I'd stop.
Right.
And that's where I said, something's missing. And again, I go back to my discussions with Eric and several of the other folks out there who basically had, helped me rethink that and said, no. Because I kept going, okay, why is Eric up so much more greater than what I am? And part of it is the focus, because we're taking a lot of the same triggers, right? And I said, okay, and when I did my research into it, what I found was that it was my allocation of capital. I wasn't allocating the capital properly, but that's why I had the big jump over the last 2 weeks, because I started growing into larger positions.
Yeah.
And I'm doing a great job picking the stocks, but it's a matter of fact. But if you don't have your capital investment, guess what? It doesn't grow.
That's right. That's exactly right. And that's the point I was trying to make earlier.
Yeah. No.
Basically.
So, okay, let's wait a second. I go back to this chart. Now, you guys are in for a treat today. Let's let Steve go first.
Okay. It's AXON. Axion, it's an IBD 50 stock, fairly highly ranked.
Right.
In a very nice trend. It's pulled back, and I think it's starting to make a move.
Okay.
And I think today is a day I entered.
Okay.
It's weakened a little bit since I entered, but I think it's viable today. Or you could wait for a breakout above the high about 5 days ago.
Right.
You could use trading above that high as an entry.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that, guys. There's nothing wrong with that. Go ahead and put in a stop limit order above that level, like a nickel or a dime,
right,
to get you in, and your stop loss on that. Because if I go with a stop, your stop is going to be basically below these lows right here, and so if I go up,
maybe it's yesterday's low. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm less than 5%. I mean, if you're less than 5%, go forth and conquer. Okay. I like you're going to use yesterday's low as your stop.
It's my stop. Yeah.
That works. I like how the momentum is starting to shift around.
Correct.
Now we should get if this is a good area, we should soon get a rocket ship ride to the top, at least back up to that 196 level.
That's what I see.
Is that what you're thinking?
Yep.
Okay.
And then it's partial profits, or depending on what price does.
Yeah, and then this one has okay. It's got pretty good options on that, Steve.
Yes, pretty good. Not the best, but not bad.
Okay. Now, this is Anil's pick, a logic.
Good pick.
Yeah, Hologic, actually, I got a signal on my system a few days ago.
Okay.
And it's supposed to do good this year. Next year, its kind of growth rate is dropping out. But for now, I think it's pretty good.
Okay.
So you can...
Where are you?
How do you enter? Yeah. How do you enter?
Yeah. What's your entry on this, or are you already entered?
I actually entered a couple of days ago.
Okay. A couple of days ago. So I was just sitting there looking at, so let's say about 70, somewhere between 76 and 77, 78?
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay. And now we're breaking. Yeah, that's a nice move to the upside there, breaking out. If you weren't in it right now, where would be your trigger to get in?
Again, looking at the weekly chart, if I was not in there, I would get here, right now.
Okay.
Because the fundamentals are excellent.
Okay. That sounds like a winner. So you would go ahead and jump. Where would your stop loss be, Anil?
5%.
Okay. I like it. And so my pick for this week, now this is earlier today when I picked this one, but I thought it was looking pretty good. It's got a really good high accumulation distribution, is coin. I know a lot of you guys have been talking about coin. And it, from my perspective, it's doing a nice little, consolidation pattern down here in the bottom. My market for my TSI, the momentum indicator, has frozen at the 0 line and is starting to tick up. I have a not quite a bullish reversal signal, but it was certainly bouncing off of it's certainly bouncing off of the trend line that was established here, and so I like it on a. It's really a tough one because the total move here, and I'll blow this up a little bit. Maybe I won't blow it up a little bit. Go back to auto on that. Let me blow this up a little bit here. There we go. My total move today, because it's a wild stock. I mean, it's crazy. Well, it's only 4%, so that's okay. But I think I was looking at another one. So I could take a position right here. I could do a option position on it. It has weekly options. I like that. Or I could say, you know what? I will, if I didn't get in it today, I would put a order to get in on a pullback back to about 255 or so. And so either way, it would be great. Where's the expected move? Well, the expected move, of course, is back up into this resistance zone up here, or even back up to, see this window here, this gap down right there, 267. So about $10 at least. And if I'm in it longer term, I'm going to want to hold a certain percentage of that position to see if it'll run even further. Because in reality, it could run if this, when it IPO'd out here, the move up to the IPO price would, of course, would be, nice, pretty nice little move, 59, 60%. So that's my choice for the week, guys.
I could live with that.
Looks good.
And because I know I've had a lot of people ask me about, do we want to get into that, or they've been asking specifically about coin. Mark.
I think also in support of that trade, I think is Bitcoin is starting to look like it's firming up. Yeah.
Yep, it is. And so that trade setup is dedicated to Mark. And so, okay, guys, great picks today. Great discussion. Let's go ahead and just roll on out. Steve, I was really serious. I would really like, let's chat next week about doing something where we can post it up about because I think that's a, kind of like a point counterpoint kind of discussion, because it's important I think it's important for people to know that
absolutely
you can look at, there's a lot of ways to skin the cat when you're trading.
That's right.
And sometimes it's very important to listen to what each other are saying, because oftentimes we can be saying something that's very similar, but it sounds different. So anyway, anyway, I want to thank everybody for his here today. And so let's go ahead and close her down. And so, hey, I just want to let you know that the top 5 autopilot trading system is going to be now combined, both at having the top 5 and the leverage ETFs. Here's the value of what you get for that. And I will just I'm not going to run down through every one of them, but those are all the things you get with the, especially the most important part is the pre-flight checklist, which tells you exactly what I'm trading, where I'm trading it, when I'm trading it. And so the annual price on that is going to be, it's a $7,000 value for the year. We're offering it for $997. You can do that in 3 payments of $333 per price. What do you get? You get things like this: the pre-flight checklist. This is 5 stocks, the top 5 stocks for this, this particular week. Shows you where I'm trading, what I'm trading, what some of the fundamentals are, and where to enter, where to exit, and what to expect. That's what we're doing. And then for the autopilot trading folks and the premium members, we're going to do a special training that I'm going to be going into September on how to pyramid in to help your returns be even greater. So again, yearly value of that, the best deal is to get into it on the yearly. You'll save a lot, and it's on activetrendtrading.com/autopilot. So, hey, 2021. We want to be consistent. We want to be disciplined. We want to be wealth building. Wealth building and financial freedom is going to be our theme through the rest of the year. So those are things that are, high on your priority list. You want to be plugged into what we're doing on these Friday webinars. Premium members will be back shortly with the final hour, so you can find out why I am looking to do a bearish trade on Moderna. And so Steve and Anil, thank you so much, my friends. Aloha, trade well, prosper, start building now. So guys, we'll see you next week. Again, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take care. Thank you.
Aloha.